two grieving families refused to stay silent, and their fight has raised an important question. When government runs large national vaccination programs, who supports the rare few who suffer serious adverse effects?
3, 2, 1!
Karunya, 20, a data science student from Coimbatore, and Ritaika Sri Omtri, 18, an aspiring architect from Hyderabad. Both developed severe complications after receiving the Covishield vaccine during the 2021 COVID vaccination campaign and tragically lost their lives. One of the cases was later linked to VITT, vaccine-induced immune thrombocytic thrombocytopenia, a rare clotting disorder established as a known side effect of Covishield globally during the pandemic. In the other case, symptoms began with swelling and severe leg pain, and the young woman died within a month. At the time, doctors around the world were still learning to recognize this rare syndrome, and the connection with the vaccination was not always immediately clear. In Ritaika's case, the hospital had reported the event as an AEFI, that is, adverse event following immunization, and noted a possible link to the vaccine, but the family says they were never informed. Both families wrote to authorities, sought investigations, and continued asking questions for months altogether. When answers did not come, they approached the Supreme Court, joined by other families who had also reported serious adverse reactions after vaccination. On March 10, 2026, the Supreme Court made a landmark observation. The court rejected the idea that families should pursue individual lawsuits and refer to Article 14, that is equality before the law, and Article 21, the right to life and dignity. When the state runs a nationwide vaccination program, the court said, it cannot remain a passive observer if rare harm occurs. The judges noted that India currently lacks a uniform compensation framework for vaccine injuries. They pointed to the principle of no-fault compensation, where individuals do not need to prove negligence to receive support. Such systems do not imply fault, they simply ensure families are not left alone when rare harms occur. The court has directed the central government to formulate a no-fault compensation policy for COVID-19 vaccine injuries. More details on how this policy will work are still awaited. Now, it's interesting to note that countries such as UK, Australia, Japan, and the United States already have similar vaccine injury no-fault compensation programs for all their major vaccinations and UIP to support their citizens. Karunya, Ritaika, the family's persistence and courage may reshape how India approaches vaccine safety and public health accountability. Today, the court's direction applies specifically to COVID-19 vaccines, but it may set an important precedent for future national vaccination programs, including initiatives like HPV vaccination. Because strong vaccination programs depend not only on science, but also on trust and support for the rare few who experience harm.